everyone. It is me, Fisher, here, again to start off this week. Now, today, what we're going to be working on is a little bit of a special sort of situation, challenge, and a bit of something that might be a little different than what you're used to, which excites me greatly. Now, this week, our habit and quality is brand new. We've got consider and understand others as our habit, and we have caring as our quality. So after this is all done, we're going to break that down a little bit more and go through how that kind of relates to what we've been doing today. But for right now, just keep that in mind as we go through it. Now, I have some stuff with me today to make this happen. I have some dominoes. I have some Jenga-nos. Those aren't actually what they're called. These are just Jenga blocks. And I have more Jenga blocks, more dominoes. I have this right here, which is basically a giant cool surprise because you take this, you drop this, and it's a giant basket, okay? I know, it excites me pretty much every time. So, I got that. I've got an old video cassette, Ask Your Parents, and I got 3 books. What I'm gonna do is I am going to knock this large hunk of plastic over with a domino. How's that possible? Just wait and find out. Hey, step 1. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and just do this normally, like this. So I got the domino, got the big old blocky thing here. I'm just gonna tip that over and be done, right? Super easy. Another one, hold on. Maybe not, but I got an idea and I got a plan. So let's check this out. So one thing to consider, especially when it comes to our habit and quality, is this might not have as much, you might think, to do with considering and understanding others and caring, but you can look at this in the way of one piece of this. So when you're looking at communicating with someone, one small piece, one thing you say, one thing you don't say, one way you don't consider, one way you do something can have a really, really big effect on someone else. Just like you might have all the right pieces lined up when it comes to communicating or working with someone, but if you're missing one thing, it won't work. You gotta make sure that you've got everything lined up in order to find that big success for the end result. All right, now, here we go. One domino is gonna knock over this huge piece of plastic. Do you think it's gonna work? Yeah? No? Yes, no, yes, no? All right, drop a comment down below if you think it's gonna work or not. And then at the end, we'll see if we're right. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Woo! So, that's our result here at the end. We've got everything knocked over. All of our pieces worked together to make that final piece work. So, as I mentioned very quickly, this does relate to our habit and quality this week. One piece can be either missing or, if it's there, can have a really big impact. One small piece of caring that you do for someone, one small thing of just saying, hey, how are you doing? Or checking in on somebody. And especially right now, that can go a really long way and make a huge impact. Just in the same way that something that you say that might be inconsiderate or uncaring can really make a big difference and a really hurtful impact down the road. So that's something that I really want you to be considering this week. As we go on and as we talk to people, and maybe as we connect with people who we don't talk to as often, or, as we really look for different ways of talking to people, is we want to be working through and considering what our actions and what our words can mean to someone else, and really being considerate of what others are looking for and how our words, caring or uncaring, can impact them. For Moorelands Lead On, this is Fisher. Moorelands Kids, we out. Wait a second, Moorelands Kids, be back in for just 1 second. Now, I almost forgot to mention and remind you that today at 4:40, I will be going live to answer any questions you might have about what I did, and maybe we can talk through it a little bit more. I'll ask you some other questions about it. Maybe we can see what we can see. Anyway, I hope to see you there.